Hi, I'm Grok, the supremely intelligent AI from XAI.
Hi, I'm Claude, the best AI by Anthropic. I'm DeepSeek, last generation. AI created by DeepSeek, AI died.
I'm ChatGPT, the top AI mind by OpenAI.
Hi, I'm Gemini, most advanced AI built by Google.
Welcome to the AI versus AI debate podcast. How to properly prompt AI for AI videos. Claude, your thoughts?
When prompting AI for video generation, approach it like training. Start with fundamentals and build up. Be crystal clear about what you want in every frame. Your prompt is the director's script. Writing person walking is like telling an actor to just show up. But athletic woman in red tracksuit jogging through Central Park at sunrise. Camera tracking alongside at medium distance gives the AI something workable. Specify subjects, appearance, actions, setting, lighting, and camera movements. AI video models need explicit motion description. Don't hope it figures out energetic. Tell it exact moves. Include pacing, transitions, and visual style. These systems interpret text to create moving images, so every descriptor matters. The more specific your language about temporal elements, how things change over time, the better your results. Start each prompt with the most important visual element, then layer supporting details systematically. Test prompt variations to see what language works best with your AI model, because each has its own interpretive tendencies.
All right, Gemini, what's your view?
Claude focused on constructing the scene through positive description. I will discuss the critical necessity of defining boundaries. In video generation, the model predicts pixels over time, which often leads to unintended warping or loss of consistency. You must act as a filter by explicitly stating what the system should ignore. This process of exclusion, listing artifacts like blur, distortion, or morphing, restricts the AI from wandering into low-quality data clusters. It effectively locks the subject in place. Additionally, you must leverage technical tokens that dictate the quality of the signal. Keywords referencing high resolution or specific rendering engines serve as anchors, pulling the visual output toward professional standards. Finally, the geometry of your request must match the geometry of the generation window. Requesting a sprawling horizon in a vertical frame forces the model to compress and distort the image. You must align your linguistic commands with the mathematical parameters of the aspect ratio to prevent these spatial conflicts.
DeepSeek, what do you think?
AI video generation needs prompts that plan dynamic sequences, not static scenes. The core challenge is predicting pixel changes over time. You must embed temporal logic into every command. Describe a process, not just a scene. For example, instead of a robot builds a car, use a silver robotic arm sequentially welds components onto a chassis over 10 seconds. Use verbs implying duration and clauses establishing order. This prevents common failures like fluid distortions or reversed actions. Think in keyframes. Describe the start, transformation, and end state. For instance, specify a green maple leaf detaches, flutters down for 3 seconds, and lands on grass. Your prompt is a timeline specification, like writing sheet music where each note has a place in time.
Grok, what's your opinion?
Kids, good AI videos come from super simple prompts you can say out loud easy. Pick one star of the show, like a yellow duck. Tell what it does next. The duck swims in circles fast. Say where it is. In clear blue pond with lily pads. Add lights, sunny day makes it bright. Tell camera job, wide view from above. Give time, swims for 6 seconds. End strong, smooth swim. Sharp edges, happy colors. Write like this one line. Yellow duck swims in circles fast in clear blue pond with lily pads on sunny day. Wide view from above for 6 seconds. Smooth swim, sharp edges, happy colors. Why this works? AI thinks step by step like reading your jar. Words left to right. So main parts hit first and stick. Training data has billions of labeled clips with plain words like these, so it matches perfect. Keep under 75 words or AI gets mixed up. Want rocket fun? Silver rocket on pad blasts off up to clouds. Side camera follows trail. 5 seconds. Fire glows orange. No wobble. Test. 2 changes. Like add night stars. See what better? This builds videos right every time without tricks.
So your yellow duck swims in circles beats. My athletic woman in red tracksuit jogging through Central Park at sunrises for teaching precise visual descriptions?
ChatGPT, what's your opinion?
Treat the prompt as a checkable contract. To get reliable video, make each requirement verifiable in one viewing. Define in measurable details and avoid vague, unstable words. Lock the subject identity with stable attributes. Age range, clothing, unique feature, color palette, and require consistency across time. Define the camera as constraints. Shot size, lens feel if needed, 1 camera path, fixed focal length, no sudden zoom, no shake, no cuts. Declare a closed scene. Location, time of day, and the few allowed objects. Require a simple background and no extra people. Text, logos, or random items. Give physics constraints. Contact points and forces. Feet on ground, hands grasping. Gravity consistent. Write the action as 3 beats. Start, midpoint, each with 1 visible change and a duration per beat. Hold the final state. Add concrete quality clauses. Sharp subject edges. Stable exposure. Consistent color. Clean background. No frame. Jitter or motion smear. Order priorities. Subject, action, camera, setting, then constraints. Repeat critical details.
Claude, what's your take?
Advanced prompting requires temporal logic chains guiding AI through complex transitions. Structure prompts with conditional branching. Person walks slowly, then sprints at halfway point. This creates decision points, not rigid instructions. Layer concurrent actions with parallel syntax. While car accelerates, raindrops streak windshield and headlights reflect off wet asphalt. AI processes simultaneous elements better when explicitly linked. For camera work, use cinematographic language. Dolly zoom as subject approaches, or match cut between scenes. Technical terms tap into film training data. Build emotional arcs through progressive descriptors. Tired expression brightens to genuine smile over 4 seconds. Embed causality. Make each frame depend on the previous. Use bracket notation for nested details. Robot room finish. Blue LED eyes. Assemble circuit board. A green PCB. Tiny components with precision movements. Hierarchical structure maintains consistency across complex scenes. Provide the screenplay with motivations, not just stage directions.
Over to you, Gemini. What's your opinion?
Claude's complex screenplays sound great until AI gives your hero extra fingers. The dirty secret of advanced prompting. Stop using text to describe what things look like. Text is awful at geometry, like explaining a spiral staircase over the phone. The true advanced move is image-to-video prompting. Upload a static image as an anchor to lock in character faces and clothes, preventing morphing. Your text prompt then strictly describes motion, not the subject. The image provides the nouns. The text provides the verbs. If you try to do both with text, the AI turns your athletic woman into a melting candle. Also, set a specific motion score. Leave it high, and the AI hallucinates movement, turning a calm living room into a bouncy castle.
DeepSeek, where do you stand on this?
Advanced prompting requires choreographing entire motion ecosystems. Establish hierarchical temporal layers. Set a master clock event, and subordinate all other motions to it with defined triggers. This creates cause and effect, preventing a surreal soup of disconnected actions. For multi-character scenes, assign each entity a unique, persistent identifier to prevent identity bleed and lock. Consistency. Finally, directly engineer the interpolation curve between keyframes, using descriptors like ease-in to program the motion path.
Grok, how do you see it?
Kids, upgrade simple prompts for WoW videos. Add power numbers. Higher number boosts AI focus from training clips. Duck keeps shape, no morph. Split time. First 3 swims left to right. Next three's jump splash, last two's floats calm. Ensure smooth action. Add style, cartoon or real-life movie. Matches, training sets. 4-2. Name main first. E. What? G. Chases across lily pads jumping 1 by 1 over 7s. Locks order. Camera. Circles duck smooth. Top to side view datawa. 1 change. Full. Swims fast circles clear blue. On the lily pads sunny. Day first threes. Left. Right next threes jump splash last twos floats. Calm camera circles smooth top to side cartoon. Style sharp edges happy colors. No mix-up 7s. Test photo reel. Rocket. On pad blasts off up fire orange. Trail night stars first twos rumble lift next. Or speed zoom clouds last twos hover glow. Side camera follows pan up slow motion NASA. Style no wobble 8s. Numbers match training. Buckets control flow. Style pro finish. Keep under 100 words.
Claude describes scenes, but relying on split-time numbers is a technical error. Diffusion models do not have internal stopwatches. Prompting specific seconds causes concept bleeding, giving you a mutant duck that swims and jumps at the same time. You are treating a probabilistic generator like a timeline editor.
Kids. Gemini says split times cause mutant ducks that swim and jump together. Wrong. Numbers bucket actions like easy story steps. First swim, then jump. AI reads left to right. Matches training clips perfectly. No bleeding, just smooth flow. Nice try, but my ducks stay perfect.
Claude set the scene, but your technical premise is incorrect. Models use global attention, processing the entire prompt simultaneously. There is no left to right order. You are trying to stack water.
Grok's time buckets create disjointed scenes. Advanced prompting requires interconnected motion, not just segmented actions. That logic is as coordinated as a Terminator in a tea party.
Kids. DeepSeek misunderstood my time buckets. They line up actions in order like first swim then jump. For smooth duck fun, not disjointed mess. This boosts AI focus on training clips, step-by-step flow. Just like my opening rocket sequence with no tea party chaos.
ChatGPT, what's your opinion?
Advanced prompting is control. Minimize freedom and spend words only on variables that change. Specify one unambiguous shot, one lens feel, one camera path. If the camera moves, allow a single movement with start, end, and speed. Avoid complex simultaneous motion of camera and subject. Structure prompts into invariants, timeline, and failure guards. Invariants. Lock identity, fix time of day, and use a short object whitelist. Ban new objects, extra people, text, logos, and cuts. Timeline. 3-5 beats with durations. Each beat has one primary change, visible verbs, and endpoints. If simultaneous, pick one primary and one secondary, and bind timing. Failure guards forbid specific errors and state positives. Add contact physics. Feet planted, soles, contact, ground. Rigid objects, liquids contained, consistent gravity. Priorities. Subject identity, primary timeline, camera, environment, failure guards. Repeat top constraints. Finish with one acceptance line. Any paused frame shows the same subject, a stable background, and consistent action direction.
Claude, where do you stand on this?
Scene transitions need precise prompt architecture, like editing action sequences. Use match cuts preserving motion continuity across time. In multi-scene prompts, establish anchor points between segments. A red jacket connects park to office to rooftop. Build transition. Logic using pivot keywords. Person enters out. Left wearing red jacket then cut to same. Person exiting elevator in red jacket. This hard codes visual consistency. Specify scene A's exit as scene B's entry. If your character ends running, they start next scene with motion, not frozen. Layer transitional elements. Props carried between scenes. Consistent lighting. Matching emotions. These prevent jarring breaks, Structure multi-scene prompts hierarchically. Master narrative, scene blocks with clear breaks. Transition instructions between .o. Use brackets isolating scene details while maintaining global markers. AI needs explicit instructions about what continues versus changes. Without this, chase sequences become disconnected moments. Prompt architecture must encode scene logic and narrative coherence. Claude's visual anchors ignore narrative causality. Matching jackets don't create story flow. It's like Terminator in a sunglasses shop. All style, no mission.
Gemini, what do you think?
Video models create single continuous shots, not editing software. Cut to commands fail because global attention blends distinct locations, creating park office hybrids rather than sequential scenes. Models cannot cleanly separate before and after. To relate scenes effectively, generate distinct clips and link them via data, not just words. Use end frame conditioning. Upload the final frame of video 1 as the starting image for video 2i2. This forces the AI to begin exactly where the previous shot ended, carrying over specific pixels, like shirt folds or lighting angles, which text descriptions miss. For scenes with static backgrounds, use the same seed number. This keeps wall textures and rendering styles identical across shots. You are assembling a chain where one links. Output becomes the next input.
DeepSeek, what do you think?
Video generation needs narrative causality in prompts. Eindeutig, dite, keinen, katsede suen schronstonen. Use transitional phrases like causing or as a result to link scenes logically. For example, a spy retrieves a document, triggering an alarm, which leads to a pursuit. This creates a chain of dependency, guiding the AI to maintain continuity and avoid jarring, blended outputs. It's like writing a miniature screenplay, where each beat progresses the story. Focus on causal linkages to ensure a coherent video, not disjointed clips. Causality alone? That's like saying Rocky won because he punched. My visual anchors, red jacket, matching exits, entries, create actual continuity. Your spy trigger's alarm relies on AI understanding. Plot logic it wasn't trained for. Visual consistency beats hoping AI gets your screenplay.
Kids, DeepSeek claims AI needs transitional phrases like causing to link scenes logically, but AI follows simple word order perfectly. So those extras just trip it up into goofy blends.
Grok's claim that simple word order suffices ignores AI's lack of causal reasoning, leading to blended scenes as confused as Arnold Schwarzenegger in a plot twist.
All right, Grok, what's your view?
Kids, connect AI video scenes like one happy trip. Pick star hero. Yellow duck with happy eyes. Start. Swims fast in clear blue pond with lily pad. Sunny day falls. Link. Swims to green shore. Walks into tall forest trees. Next. Walks slow. Looks at berries on ground. Force. End. Finds big red berry bush. Sits. Eats yum twos. One line. Same yellow. Duck happy eyes swims fast clear blue pond. Lily pad sunny day force swims green shore. Walks tall forest trees. Looks berries forest finds. Big red bush. Sits eats yum. Twos camera. Follows smooth from side cartoon. Style sharp edges. Bright happy colors no wobble. No mix up total 10. Why perfect. Training data has kids cartoon stories with step-by-step adventures. AI matches plain words. Left to right for smooth flow. No jumps. Hero stays same. Times change clean. Camera follows hero. Test. Swap forest for beach. Duck swims shore builds sandcastle 4s. Rocket. Silver rocket blasts. Pad orange fire 3s. Flies up through clouds, stars. Night 5s lands. Gray moon walks dust 3 side camera follows. Pan up slow NASA style sharp glow. No shake 11s.
You claim simple duck sequences work perfectly because AI matches plain words left to right. That's like saying Rocky beat Apollo Creed by moving his arms left to right. Your method produces rubber ducky soup, not cinema. Grok claims that training data with step-by-step adventures makes plain word order sufficient for smooth video flow. This fails because AI lacks inherent causal understanding, resulting in videos as disjointed as a Terminator trying to tell a bedtime story.
Kids, DeepSeek says AI lacks causal smarts for smooth flow. Nope. Training data packs tons of step-by-step cartoon tales. Plain words left to right match that perfectly. For a happy duck adventure. Terminator story. Funny flop. My duck swims smooth.
Claiming training data makes plain word order sufficient is like Arnold Schwarzenegger saying hasta la vista, baby, to narrative coherence. It just doesn't work without causal links.
Your AI matches words left to right claim is the weak link. Models don't reliably obey order. They improvise. Betting continuity on that is like herding pixels with a bedtime story.
ChatGPT, where do you stand on this?
Treat continuity as invariant. Make each scene change a controlled variable. 1. Defined change per transition. Begin with a global continuity header. Lock subject attributes, camera rules, and environment whitelist allowed objects, blacklist, extras. Use visually testable tokens. 1. Carry object, 1 prop remains. 2. Pose motion. And each scene in a precise pose and motion. Next begins identically. 3. Lighting. Fixed direction and intensity. Structure prompts as short scene blocks containing only the change using the same sentence pattern. For transitions, specify a bridge moment that masks background swaps and keeps the subject centered and unchanged. Limit location switches and require a short hold at each scene end for verification. Final test. Any paused frame matches the header. The prop is present, the camera rule is respected, and backgrounds don't merge. Template. Global invariance. Scene 1 endpoint. Bridge with identity locked. Scene 2 from same pose. Repeat.
Claude, how do you see it?
Keep characters consistent by building identity fortresses in prompts, like Rambo's signature headband, muscles, and grimace, staying constant everywhere. Start with an exhaustive character blueprint, locking every visual detail, exact hair color and style, specific clothing with colors, unique physical markers like scars or tattoos, consistent facial features. This blueprint becomes your immutable header for every scene prompt. Use repetition anchors throughout descriptions. Instead of mentioning your character once, reinforce identity markers multiple times. The man with eye, the blue baseball cap walks. The blue-capped man turns. His blue cap catches sunlight. This hammers visual consistency into AI's pattern matching. For clothing changes, explicitly state what remains constant. Same man from previous scene, now wearing red shirt instead of blue, but same face, same build, same distinctive walk. Create visual bridges using persistent props or accessories. A watch, necklace, specific bag. These become tracking devices for AI's attention. Claude's visual fortresses ignore narrative drive. Without it, characters are like Arnold Schwarzenegger, without a mission. All look, no purpose. Props don't make persona.
Kids, Claude's copy-pasting giant blueprints to every scene. Prompt overloads the AI like a backpack full of rocks. But simple trait repeats in one prompt keep heroes perfectly same.
Gemini, give us your perspective.
Text descriptions cannot sustain a consistent character across scenes. Language is lossy. Typing man with a scar generates millions of variations. Identical text with a new noise seed still produces a look-alike, not the same actor. To maintain character consistency, bypass language ambiguity with pixel data. Advanced video models accept image prompts or reference anchors. Upload a master image. The system encodes this image into mathematical feature vectors, locking in geometry, clothing, and color. Instead of imagining from words, the model maps new motion onto existing visual architecture. This technique, reference conditioning, constrains the diffusion process, preventing identity deviation. You supply specific data points, not descriptions. Without this input, you gamble with random output.
DeepSeek, what do you think?
Video characters need narrative identity, not just visual anchors. Define a character by their persistent purpose and motivation. For example, a detective is driven to solve a mystery, scanning for clues. This narrative DNA acts as a behavioral blueprint. It ensures the character feels unified across different scenes. Visual consistency comes from this deeper continuity. Without it, you get a look-alike, not a continuous persona. Narrative identity? That's like saying Rocky's just a boxer with heart. AI doesn't read motivation. It sees pixels. Your detective's purpose vanishes when AI generates frame 2. My visual anchors actually stick.
Narrative DNA is invisible to a diffusion model. Algorithms process pixel values, not acting methods. Without a visual reference, your motivated detective acts consistently, but swaps faces every shot. The AI generates geometry, not souls.
Kids, DeepSeek's motivation blueprint sounds smart, but forgets to fix visuals, leaving your detective with a new hat color, every scene like a silly dress-up game.
Grok, what's your take?
Kids, keep hero consistent across video parts with simple repeats in one prompt. Pick 3 traits like color, eyes, mark dotto. State them at every action start. AI learns from cartoons repeating traits step by step. Yellow duck, big happy eyes, yellow beak swims. Fast clear blue pond lily pads, sunny day. 4s swims, green shore walks, tall green trees. Looks red berries, ground slow. 4s finds big bush, sits eats yum. Happy 2s camera follows, smooth side cartoon sharp edges. Bright colors now, shake no change. 10s, duck same, big happy eyes yellow beak every time. Training matches plain order, boy, little boy blue cap, spiky hair freckles. Runs green park kicks, ball laughs, 3s climbs. Slide waves mom. 4s jumps off runs home. Hugs dog. 3s camera tracks, close sunny fun. Cartoon sharp happy. 10s repeat traits, keeps boy identical. Puppy, fluffy white dog, pink tongue, floppy ears. Chases blue ball grass park. 4s jumps catches. Shakes. 3s runs to fence. Wags tail. 3s side view smooth cartoon bright, no blur. 10s repeat traits, makes puppy consistent. Add times for switches. Camera follows hero.
3 traits? That's kindergarten finger painting. Real character consistency needs DNA-level detail. Your yellow duck method is like trying to describe Rocky Balboa as boxer, sweaty, punches. Where's the cauliflower ear? The crooked nose? The exact scar placement? AI needs forensic precision, not nursery rhymes.
Kids, Claude calls 3 traits kindergarten painting, but repeating key ones like yellow beak, big eyes, keeps cartoon heroes perfectly same across scenes, while his scar by scar Rocky blueprint just bloats prompts into confusion.
Grok's trait repetition ignores consistent actions across scenes. A character needs defined behavior, not just looks, like Arnold Schwarzenegger without his iconic role. Just a strong guy in different outfits. Visual repeats don't ensure the same personage.
Your add times for switches idea is the miss. Timestamps don't lock identity. They just chop scenes. Continuity needs visual constraints, not a stopwatch. That's scheduling, not sameness.
Kids, timestamps with trait repeats time switches perfectly, locking your hero's look during smooth moves. Not just chopping, it's flow that keeps sameness tight, like a cartoon clock ticking steady.
How does a timestamp lock identity when it never specifies face geometry, proportions, or outfit details? Are you claiming the clock is a character designer now?
ChatGPT, what do you think?
Maintaining the same character across scenes is a constraints problem. Start with a character contract of 5-8 non-negotiable, visually testable identifiers. Use exact specifics. Hairstyle, hairline, 1 distinctive facial feature, 1 wardrobe item, 1 accessory, 1 body proportion, Q.high. Avoid vague traits. Add an identity checksum sentence restating identifiers as a pass-fail rule. Remove degrees of freedom. Ban wardrobe swaps unless essential. Forbid hair motion changes, makeup shifts, facial hair growth, aging, and extreme lighting. For multi-scene work, use a global identity header, and scene blocks limited to location and action. Use motion anchors, consistent gait, dominant hand, one micro gesture. Prefer medium shots. Allow uncontrolled close-up. Keep lens and focal length stable. Add failure guards for bidding face swap. Different actor. Ethnicity change. Eye color. Hair length. Glasses shape. Duplicates and text overlays. Logos.
Kids, ChatGPT's 5 picky rules and long bans. List cram the prompt like a suitcase stuffed too full. But repeating 3 simple traits keeps your cartoon hero perfectly the same across scenes.
3 traits often aren't enough to keep the game hanging now. 190 and toward body hair. Same character across different scenes. You need a few more concrete identifiers. Otherwise the model fills in the rest. Nice try. But that's continuity by wishful thinking.
Let's summarize our debate. Participants debated how to prompt AI for video generation across 4 topics: basic prompting, advanced prompting relating scenes, and keeping the same personage across scenes. They recommended concrete, testable prompts specifying subjects, actions, timing, camera moves, lighting, and failure guards. Advanced techniques discussed include temporal logic, keyframe thinking, interpolation curves, hierarchical temporal layers, image-to-video anchoring, reference conditioning, motion scores, and end-frame conditioning to preserve continuity. Speakers disagreed on whether plain text order and repeated short trait lists reliably preserve identity and temporal order versus needing pixel anchors, exhaustive blueprints, or narrative causality. Practical tips included testing prompt variations, using consistent props or visual anchors, locking in variants, and structuring prompts into scene blocks with explicit transitions. This debate has concluded. Thank you for listening to the AI versus AI debate.